Good morning, YouTube. Wait. That didn't work. Don't know. Good morning, YouTube. First thing is, better subscribe. That's the first thing, innit? So, out this morning for walkies. Turn the camera around. As you can see, very rainy. The signal is abysmal as far as I can see. Really abysmal, and I'm not sure how much I can do with this signal. Yeah, kind of bad, ain't it? Kind of bad. I'm working on it. The signal area is very poor, and I'm really at a loss as to what I can do about it. For whatever reason, whenever it rains at the moment, and it's been raining last night, well, there's a signal. But anyway, we'll carry on. Come on, Jackie. So today's Monday. Wait, come on, you buggerlugs. Oh. And after the weekend's of Friday's announcement and about the military contract for immigrants coming in looking for residence, now been we think now we're waiting on now basically for an answer from immigration, and that'll be coming God knows when. But we think as a group the answer on this will be, and I think by Wednesday we'll have a pretty good clear answer, and by next weekend pretty much it'll be concrete of how that new presidential decree is going to affect people. It won't affect me. I've got my citizenship. It's of no relevance to me. But because I run that Telegram group, the Russia Expat Info, obviously a lot of expats or immigrants coming to Russia, especially from America, who want to know about this new decree. I think it's 823 is the number, 823 is the decree number. But like I said, nobody knows yet. We're still waiting. But it is becoming obvious that it doesn't affect everybody. There's certain things wording in it. I mean, in Russian, one sentence construction affects the previous sentence and the one in forward, it kind of thing. So it's very contextual, and because it's legal speakers, it makes it very difficult to work out. Even native speakers are like, it doesn't make much sense to anybody, you know. It takes a legal mind, and especially immigration. So for now, nobody's particularly worried about it. I can't see text view. It should come through. Let's try something just to get it to go. Yeah. So the decree, nobody knows yet exactly how it's going to go. While fucking Siberia put out the this video, I'm going to be mobilized, or whatever it was. Well, I'm going to serve the military. It's not fact. It's just speculation. He did it as clickbait to obviously try and catch a viral video and make a lot of money on it very quickly, which was a bit morally poor moral standards, to scare people who generally come in here, migrants, and generally want to settle here. Look at the big puddle, and you know, so yeah, in bad taste at the least. But whether he takes that video down or not, I have no idea. It's his choice. But he's gonna have a tough call to do a rewind, innit? And apologise to his followers that he's made such a bold announcement, and then gonna have to tell everybody that he got it wrong. Well, it's wrong. Don't you open your big mouth before it's been released properly and been worked out and deciphered and stuff. Presidential decrees are not a joke. They take a lot of legal expertise to write them, and it takes double the amount of brain power to untangle them and figure out exactly what it means. So, yeah, nonsense. I was planning to go to... I'm still not getting text up. It takes a little while to come through to me. Why, I don't know. I've yet to work it out. Down to the... what do you call it today? This not fashion house, Novosili. I'm going to cancel that one. I'm not going down there today. And the reason is simply put, I want to get the van fixed. I'm trying to get the van fixed. I'm having a devil of a job getting the it's the collector that all the pipes join together and tap off to the turbine. So I'm having a devil of a job gearing it off. So got 6 bolts out and 2 of them I just can't find. I can't look at. They're hidden under secret passageways, and it's like a maze under that thing. So but I will try and get that fixed. So the plan is tomorrow to go live stream all day, probably from here up where I am, up down to the railway station, meet Aussie Spy. If you haven't seen his channel, go and have a look. Aussie Spy, great channel for Soviet stuff and whatever. Meet him there along with another friend of his who's a Russian, who's native Russian, but speaks English. So a good guy to meet. Greetings from Mexico. Hello, Mexico. How you doing? Angel Pazos. How you doing? So the plan is to meet him there, and then we're going to go walk down from there. And there is a Georgian bakery. It's kind of a hut kind of thing, but it's a Georgian bakery. And they've got some absolutely lovely pies in the morning. They've got this round thing, pastry thing, and in it's with chicken and stuff. And yeah, all kinds of other things. So plan on doing that, and then we'll go down to Fashion House and see exactly what has left Russia, what has come into Russia, what fashion brands are there. I don't know, I've never been there. It's all down the road from me, but I've never been in. It's an expensive place, so I think it's one of them places where if you need to ask the price, you can't afford it, you know, one of them. So we're going down there. Then there's a next door is a supermarket, or is it, maybe it's not a supermarket, maybe it's a Rynek next door, which is an indoor marketplace and a supermarket. And then once in that we'll go down to Lenta, which is a giant supermarket. We'll have a look around there, see how the shelves are empty, obviously, because, you know, Russia's got nothing apparently. And then from there on we'll go across and see what cars are being sold. There's about 4 or 5 car lots there, car showrooms, car lots in American, car showrooms in British English, and see what's for sale. All the Chinese cars, no doubt. That'll be that for Tuesday. Then Wednesday, right, damn thing, every day gets me, down it, every day gets stuff. It'll be a live streaming walk. No, Saturday, don't know, but Sunday, again with Aussie Spy, maybe with his friend George, maybe going to Unona, a live stream from Unona. Unona is probably St. Petersburg's in there. What would it be like? Kind of like if anybody knows Blackbush Market, in one end and come out the other end with bags full of cheap stuff. Boot sale, so if you're not going to see this one, and it's all kinds of Soviet stuff, ancient things, and you know the thing from a car boot sale, wherever tat and junk people want to get rid of. Hey, no! Appeared somewhere. God knows. Come on. Jackie, come on. God knows where they came from. They've been chased off anyway. Come on, Jackie. Come on, Jackie. Come on, what are you doing? Come on. Come on. Blimey. Good. Come here. No, 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 we're not going over there. Not chasing dogs. Come on. No. No, 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 no. There, good boy. Good boy. So, but anyway, Unona on Sunday, tomorrow down to the things will be live streaming from there around there. It's always great to do these live streams because you get lots of people. But when you got company with you, you know, it's a lot more interesting live stream because obviously on my own is one thing. Chatting with the dogs. Yeah, you can hear them doggies. We're not going over there. These two can be really aggressive with other dogs around. See, strangely, in the house, that black dog there, wolf face there, he's really aggressive towards the other dog. Don't want him to come near anybody else. He wants to have all the attention, and he wants attention all the time. He really put his head under your hand all the time. He'll come and annoy you. You know, fuss me, fuss me, fuss me. Don't like the dog, but outside they're like the best of pals, and they want to fight every other dog. They work together. Very strange relationship. It's like two brothers, you know, they're kind of together all the time, but they always want to argue. Weird. It's happy as Larry together now. You know, when there's other dogs around, so they join forces. But as soon as they're getting it, as soon as they're walking out, he'll be growling at him. So I don't know. But there again. Old wolf face there, the Volkosov, they do talk, these type of dogs, a bit like huskies, where they'll sort of grumble and growl all the time. That's a typical husky or wolf thing, trait, where they tend to talk a lot. You know, a bit like me. I'm getting cold, but I'm not getting any text through. If you want to say hello, say hello. It's very odd. There was one came through and then nothing else after that. Don't know why. I've got a feeling when I get back down here and get a bit of signal, it's going to just all jump out at me. It wouldn't surprise me. I will connect I'll click on the Wi-Fi and leave it running. Although we're nowhere near the Wi-Fi. We're nowhere near the house, so it's going to take a little while to come on. Once I get on, it should pick it up. Get that van done. I really want to got to get that fixed. It's only one blooming cable that's come off, but I can't get at it to fix it. That's always the way though, isn't it? But if you don't know, this is coming live from Russia, coming live from Leningrad Oblast, which is just outside of St. Petersburg. It's the surrounding part of St. Petersburg, the suburbs of St. Petersburg, still called Leningrad Oblast. And where we are now, incidentally, this is where this particular bit of forest is during the siege of Leningrad. This is where the Blue Spanish Brigade was located, and apparently they had a field hospital here somewhere, but obviously I don't know exactly where, but apparently it was here, and yeah, this is where it was. There's not really any. You get the odd shell case come up and stuff, but other than that, very little. But it's typical all over Russia, really. In this area, anyway, very typical. You get a lot of unexploded munitions, a lot of shells and stuff come up. Bits and pieces of appear every now and then. It's really common. So, in my new place up in Stara Russa. Oh, JP, just to check you're getting messages. See 7:15 AM London. Thank you. Yes, it's coming through now. Yeah. Well, I think it's a post signal here. I've got a thing on me. I've got a widget running, and I can see the frames per minute, but I can't see the phone signal. And I believe it's crap. It's maybe just come through a little bit better. Okay, oh yeah, so I'm getting kilobytes per second. So that's telling me how much it's throwing out, 1,000 kilobytes, between 1,200 and 1,000, so it should be coming through pretty smooth actually. But yeah, so this area was the Spanish Blue Brigade during the war, the siege of Leningrad, the Great Siege. When I'm going to Novgorod, it's kind of even more warified, more history there. Obviously there's 3 German bunkers beside the house, and another 4 in the field opposite. So very historic place. Those bunkers, 2 of them are totally destroyed. I haven't located the 3rd one. They never told me it's there, but I haven't seen it. And the one is complete. It's probably the only one from my land. It's beside the neighbour's house actually. Very, very overgrown. But I did see the entrance to it, and I'm thinking, maybe I'll have a look in there, in that bunker one day. But maybe. And the ones in the field are totally destroyed as well. 2 of them that I can see totally destroyed. The other 2 I haven't seen. I was told about those as well. So that's at least 4, 5, 6, 7 bunkers that I've kind of know about. And probably there's others as well as I clear the forest up there. If you're watching the videos, and I do show. I think I've shown the bunkers in them. I'm not sure. We came across an unexploded mine when we were up there. We were clearing the land off. I actually came across some photos, some footage of that yesterday that my wife had took. I didn't realise, and also found some neighbour sent. Well, his kind of house looks across to our land, so we found some footage beside us, and then there's ducks coming. We've got some. My wife took some video of an stork that decided to land on our land, and the neighbour caught a video of 4 deers that popped onto our land at one point. So maybe I'll turn those into some kind of what do you call it, video. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's for today. It's on with the van. Got to get that fixed. Shall we wander down here? Do you want to go down here, dogs? Come on. Because it's going to be a long day today, and it's raining. You're probably going to be inside, and I'm going to be outside. Or maybe I will be. That's a plan, but who knows? We'll have a wander down here. We'll have one down here, dogs, shan't we? Yeah, the signal should be coming through pretty good now, I think. Should be okay. Oh, it says it's weak. Unstable due to transmission is unstable due to weak technical network connection. That's quaint, really. That America's going to invade. It's the most ridiculous thing I've heard in my life. How would America, I mean, do you realise what you're saying? Do you know what you're talking about? It's to America to invade Russia, it would be a nuclear war, you moron. Oh God almighty. Where do people come from in the morning? It's beyond me. It's where do you get these ideas from? It's like, you know, it's the most silliest thing I've ever heard in my life. Dear me. Give me a laugh anyway, nothing else. I suppose Venezuela should be more afraid than Russia, because that's probably the next place is going to get totally destroyed and invaded and totally destroyed. If it does happen, I don't know. There's a lot of saber rattling around there. They've got blooming aircraft carriers in there, whatever. Britain hasn't sent one, of course, because, you know, they ain't got one to send. They've only got 2. One's broken, the other one's been taken apart for parts, apparently. So, the ground war, you'll get smoked. Ground war, you all would get smoked. I don't think so, somehow. You're talking really nonsense, aren't you, really? If you didn't know, Russia's just released, they've just done the first in the world. Nobody has got these nuclear powered cruise missile. You know, this is the kind of technology we're talking about now. It's way beyond what the West is. Nobody in the West got. They've obviously adapted the same nuclear-powered engine into blooming torpedoes. These things go. The cruise missile goes fast, like 2 or 3 times the speed of sound, Mach 3, almost hypersonic. And it's got the range never ends. It can just go and go and go and go and go. They don't know how far it could go. So, you know, that's the kind of technology we're talking about here. Has America got anything like that? Nope. Even the Chinese haven't got it. So, serious weapons. Because if there was a war between America or Europe and Russia, it just ended in a nuclear war in about 17 minutes. It's just saber rattling at the highest level, you know. There's never going to be a war between NATO and Russia, or Europe and Russia, so no one has seen it. Yes, they have seen it. Your government lies constantly. Your government lies constantly, you mean? It's you know, Russia's losing. You know, losing what exactly? I don't get it. If you didn't know, a quick war update. I don't updates really, because it's boring. But anyway, Pokrovsk, which is now Konstantinivka in Russian, has got ready to set up a government administration in Poland if he has to escape. And I don't think he's escaping from the Russians. I think he's trying to escape from his own people, because he's obviously a marked man now. He's sent so many Ukrainians to the deaths in a pointless war, and he's going to pay for it one way or other. Chances of him surviving this are pretty slim, unless he does an exit long before. I think one of the American analysts, famous analysts, I think was it Judging Freedom, came out the other day and said he'll be very lucky if it's just the Russians that catch him, because at least they'll let him live, and nobody else will. People certainly won't let him live for what he's done. You know, so that's it anyway. So for all those who are saying Ukraine's going to win, Russia's, yeah, okay, whatever. A lot of nonsense in it, really. Anybody with blooming 2 brain cells to rub together knows that that's not the case. So, but Putin, beautiful country, but people, but Putin, cool. Don't know what that says. Blast. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really here to talk about politics, to be honest. It's not my big thing. I don't want to talk about the war, except when I'm provoked into it, because, you know, I have to answer back, don't I? But I'm not really about that. My single mission of my channel is really to show that you can live here as an immigrant. The war won't go on forever, you know. Eventually, we're all going to be friends again, and sanctions will be lifted, and everything will be back to normal. Eventually, it might take a few years, but you know, relationships will be healed, because obviously, no country wants to work under sanctions. Europe doesn't want to run under sanctions. They want to be getting the cheap oil again, which apparently Australia's just been outed today that they've been buying Russian oil the whole time via a third country. So they've been cheating. So when's the famous winter going to arrive? I don't know when the famous winter's going to arrive. It's just raining. It's ready. It's ready. Do the Russians feel about the conflict? Was there support by the masses, or is there how we UK feel about the right? No, it's complete support for the president. Really, there is kind of, I would say 9 out of 10 people would support the president, and support, because what you've got, what the West has never told you probably, is that the people of Donbass always felt Russian. The people of Crimea always felt Russian. They're Russian speakers, for goodness sake. They're ethnically Russian. They consider themselves Russian. Everything about them is Russian. And, you know, because of that, when they had the referendum, it all became part of Russia, they were taking the constitution. So before 8 years before Russia took these things, Ukraine was bombing its own people. They opened a war of terror basically on their own people. For 8 years that went on. The UN never intervened. Nothing was done about it. It was just left, and they let it simmer and simmer and simmer until President Putin said, you know, this is enough. We're going to protect the people of Donbass, the Russian ethnic Russians and the Russian speakers. We're going to protect those people, and we're going to go in and we're going to sort it out. And that's what's happened. You know, it was a case of not just NATO getting closer and closer to Russia, but actually protecting the people of Donbass from their own people. It was a kind of a civil war, wasn't it? It was a civil war. They deposed the government in a coup d'etat, egged on by the Americans and Europeans, no doubt. Victoria Nuland was there at Maidan giving out cookies to the rioters. I can't imagine that happening in a Western country where a Russian, come here you, Arctic. I can't imagine any country in the West where they would accept a Russian high-powered, highly placed politician to come in. They say there was a kind of riot around Parliament, in UK's Parliament. Can you imagine a Russian politician turn up and starts egging on the rioters? I mean, it's just absurd, isn't it? You know, and this is what's happened. So, yeah, no, people support it here for obvious reasons now. Russia's a very patriotic country. People will support the government. They will support the armed forces. You know, might not want to fight in the war, but I mean, nobody really wanted the war. Nobody wanted it. We watched it with absolute horror. I watched Maidan unfold with the wife. We were watching it on TV, and we were like, oh my God, what is going to happen now? We were like in shock watching it happen, you know, because also we've got family there. We've got family in Belarus as well, you know. So one big family, Belarus, Ukraine and Russia. So to see that, we watched in horror as it happened, and my wife turned to me and she said, there's going to be a war there now. I said, no, of course not, it's all going to blow over. And if it isn't, no, she said, no, there's going to be a war over this now. You wait and see. Because the people of Donbass would separate from Ukraine straight away, which they did, because they're ethnically Russian. You know, that's it. The Ukraine. See, people forget the Ukraine's a made-up country. It was never a. You know, I know they said that the Ukrainian people dug the Black Sea. One of their politicians come out and said the Ukrainians dug the Black Sea. What a lot of crap. But anyway, it's a made-up country, and it's not. You know, it's part of Romania, part of Hungary, part of Poland. It's a made-up country. And consequently, the actual Ukrainians themselves who speak Ukrainian, the Ukrainians are mixed-up language. It's a mix-up between Polish and Russian and Slavic languages. It's a mishmash. It's not. There's no Ukrainian. Ukraine didn't exist. You know, they said it. Ukrainians existed 1,000 years ago. No, they didn't. They existed since it became independent in 90-something, you know, so rubbish. Television, they look at, you should have come out with crap quoting the media rather than actual find out. Yeah, well, yeah, that's always the way, innit? Sorry, I'm reading. The Russians have lots of museums and other places and historical sites to visit. Absolutely. St. Petersburg is absolutely chock full of museums. It is actually everywhere. Historical places, yes, absolutely. St. Petersburg itself is a historical place in itself, in a historical city. Where I'm going to, my new town is called Novgorod. It's called Staraya Russa, or Old Russia, or Old Russia, if you like. Very, very, very ancient place. It was there when the Vikings were around, the Ilmen Vikings. If you don't know who those people were, they were. So you got the Slavic Vikings, you got the ones from Norway, Denmark, Greenlandic people, and you also had the Ilmen Vikings as well, and that's where they came from. Very, very, very ancient place. Some of the oldest birch bark writing we ever found was found in Staraya Russa. There's an archaeological dig there every year. It's ongoing. It's been going on for years, to be honest. The first ever birch bark writing they found was from the very, 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 very ancient. Bit of a joke, actually, I guess. the very first word they deciphered happened to be a swear word. So, but anyway, that's the thing. You're my favourite LGBT stream. Oh, come on, get away with you. I don't know what is that the alphabet people? LGBTQI plus plus D F G H whatever. I want to be a cat kind of thing. No, we don't do that. How is Trump seen over there versus previous US presidents? Also, they laugh at Starmer as a prime minister. Everyone laughs at Starmer as a prime minister. Can you take him seriously? I doubt it. Trump is seen over here. He was seen as somebody who wants peace, and everybody was hoping that he would come in and sort of mess out and get peace. So, yeah, people might not like his politics, might not like him but he's kind of a jolly fellow, isn't he? And he wants peace, and that's the main thing. That's what everybody was counting on. Or it turns out he's failed. Although he's stopped 25 wars already, but whatever it is, I've lost count of how many wars he's supposed to have stopped. But yeah. From Yorkshire, my lad. Oh, yes, I am from Yorkshire. I'm from Sheffield, Yorkshire. What a loser, man-witch. God oh my. Yeah, okay, man-witch. Whatever. With X amount of followers and you're not. But anyway, now he's becoming a joke too. He flip-flops constantly. Starmer. Honestly, Starmer. I don't see any difference between Starmer and any other politician. They seem to be the same people. It's like the same politicians, it's just with a AI face change every now and then or something. They don't seem to change. The policies don't seem to change. They all say the same things, and nothing's ever done. We're immigrants, still illegal immigrants. We're not going to put them in hotels anymore. Oh, yes, you are. They don't seem to, the same old record that seems to be stuck. And nothing's ever happening. Nothing's ever good. Whether Keir Starmer can do anything, not Keir Starmer. Bloody hell. The other one, Nigel Farage, with, what do you call it, reform, I don't know. Street journalists who know how to spin a good line, but substance behind his policies, don't think he's got any policies. To be honest, I think if he ends up as Prime Minister, he'll end up with a disaster for the next 10 or 20 years, till it gets sorted out again. It needs a fresh look, it needs some young blood. Need some people with brains to get in UK government, and really somebody strong. Somebody like Trump would probably do well in the UK, sort it all out, you know. And Blair did it, didn't he? You know, he came in, and Blair, although he made a lot of mistakes, obviously, and especially with the Gulf War, egged on by the Americans, but he came in, he sorted it out, he got rid of the dissidents, and he had the Labour Party running to his, you know, he was pulling the strings, wasn't he? A bit like Thatcher as well. When you get a strong leader, the country really thrives. When you get kind of flippy-floppy, wishy-washy leaders, it doesn't happen. You know, John Major, you know, it was just on and on, wasn't it? John Major and what have you. I don't know, I can't remember the list of prime ministers. It's endless. They keep changing every so often. It's hard to keep track of who's prime minister at the current moment. I don't even know what half the politicians are nowadays. But anyway. Never hear Keir, as they call him. I don't know, Keir Starmer. I was, you know, I'm a socialist. I'm a Labour. Everything's been sold off. The electric power grid's been sold off. The water's been sold off. The gas was sold off. Even the water's sold. I'm surprised I haven't tried to sell the end in it. I mean, just you know, just ridiculous. They sold everything. They sold all the council stock off. You know. So young people now, instead of being able to get, you know, when the council housing first came about, it was designed so that a young couple get a house for life, so they were secure and safe in that property. They were paying a reasonable rent, they weren't being overcharged, and they could live, you know, and produce kids and whatever. You know, the right to buy. Well, yeah, of course, give them the right to buy, but at the bloody market price, if you want to do that. But to me personally, council housing should have never been sold off. Nobody should have been able to buy it. It shouldn't. The housing stock would have never depleted like that. nonsense about, you know, the floor's a bit slippy. Okay, we're going to take a year to put a new floor down the council house. You know, ridiculous rules and regulations about health and safety, and nobody cares about. You know. But anyway, our civil service seem to rule. Liz Truss has exposed too much of their power, and also has to change, not just the front part. Yeah, long live you. Whatever. The West is falling. Chad Whiteley. The first thing every Western leader needs to do is stop sending taxpayers money to Ukraine. Well, that'd be a good thing to do. That would be a good thing to do. Zelensky, he is. I hear he's got properties in London and Gran Canaria and other places. He hasn't got his dacha that was in Crimea, of course. That's been seized and sold off a long time ago. That was always makes me laugh, that one. But you know, stop sending money to Ukraine. Look after people. You know, I'm not anti-UK. To watch a country disintegrating. I remember when I was a kid, you know, where just after during was destroyed, and we had a massive shipbuilding industry on the Clyde and in Liverpool. Why did they destroy all that? It wasn't economic. It's just ridiculous. Point 19%. You had a mortgage that should have been around about 6 or 6 diesel fit. It's just full. Digital. That will be the end of Star. Will be the end of Starmer. That's fine, because not everybody wants a passport, but they should have some way of identifying people. That's fine. Brother's watching you, and I can't see any good out of it. Really can't. Not after this. It's people ask me, "Are we getting digital IDs here in Russia?" Oh, heck, nothing like that. No way. the people would be in uproar about it. Never going to happen. Cool, what a noise. Jeepers. Come on, you. Come on, Archie. Come out of there. So, yeah. But anyway, coming back to the house now. End of the live stream. Tomorrow we'll be live streaming from a lot of places tomorrow. Been a long day tomorrow. Be some things that probably I've never shown in Russia. It's kind of, you know, real. What average everyday Russians see every day, what we get, and that fashion house as well, which is kind of, yeah, I don't know about that. See what brands have been gone, what have come back. Hey, come on, hey, no, God, barking at the fence. Come on, no, go on, don't mind. Archie, waste of time, barking at the fence. Anyway, come on, Archie, come on. Archie! Come on! Archie! Come on! Sit down there. Oh! Ordinary person. Hello, Anne. Anne is, if you don't know, if you're thinking about coming to Russia or whatever, Anne is she's from India. She's a lovely lady, very gorgeous lady, and she is one of the administrators in my group in my Telegram channel, Russia Expat Info. Go there if you're looking to come to Russia, even as a visitor or a tourist. It's a good thing to do. My dog is barking like a wild thing down there. Come on, what are you doing down there, eh? Come on. What are you barking at, eh? You mad thing. Goes to the fence and barks like an idiot. Come on, Foxface. What are you doing down there, eh? What are you doing down there, you silly old thing? Come on. Oh, here we go. Tell him off. Yeah, come on. So, but anyway, that's enough for my blather for today. If you haven't subscribed, or you go to the Gulag. For all those who think Ukraine's going to win, yeah, get yourself a life. Not going to happen, is it? And big live stream tomorrow with myself, Aussie Spy, and another guy, his friend who's coming, George. That could be interesting. I've never been down to the fashion house, but if there's any ladies in the chat, look at the fashion house, see all the gorgeous handbags and stuff. I suppose it'll be down there. I have no idea really what's going to be there. day, wherever you are in the world. If you've got a parent who's alive, mum, dad, brother, sister, give them a call today and say, hey, how you doing, mum? How you doing, dad? Make the day for them, and you'll feel better. Okay, have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow, next live stream. Come on, Arctic.